Hello and welcome to my channel, Crochet and Copy. My name is Judy. Today I'm going to show you how to make this lovely blanket Ruana. Let's get started. This is the measurement of our blanket Ruana. These are the supplies we're going to be using to make our blanket Ruana. I'll go over them with you. We're going to be using the Lion brand yarn. It's the Pung of Love. It's the medium 4 and it's 1020 yards, 100% acrylic, and the color is cherry. And that's the yarn we're going to be using. The hook size is the USK 10.5. It's the 6.50 millimeter. We're going to be using our yarn needle, a few of our stitch markers, and lastly our scissors. And with the Lion brand yarn, we're going to be using 2 of these to complete our project. To begin, we're going to do a slip knot stitch. This is how I do my slip knot stitch. I take the yarn, drape it over my 2 fingers, let it fall to the back. I take my hook, put it between my 2 fingers, pull up a loop of yarn. There you go, you have a knot. Just tighten it against your hook, and there. And now we're going to chain. The chain is simply yarn over your hook, pull up a loop. That's it. I'll show you again. Yarn over and pull through. That's all that chain is. So yarn over and pull through. So we're going to do this for 95 times. So continue working with your chain till you get 95, and I'll meet you there, okay? So keep on working with that. Now we completed doing our 95 chain. So now the next step is we're going to put a single crochet into the second chain from our hook, because the first chain will be right here. So this one, and the single crochet is go into that chain, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops of yarn on your hook. Yarn over to complete it and pull across 2 of them at the same time, and that's it. And the next chain, we're going to do a double crochet, and a double crochet is yarn over before you go into your chain and pull up a loop of yarn, and then yarn over, and you're going to pull across the first 2 loops on your hook like that. Then to complete it, yarn over again and pull across, and that's it. That's a double crochet. So the pattern that we're going to follow till we get to the end of our chain is a single crochet into the next stitch. Single crochet is go into it, pull up a loop, yarn over to complete it, pull across, and that's it. And then a double crochet, you yarn over before you go into that chain, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull across the first 2 loops on your hook, yarn over again, and pull across 2 of them to complete it. That's it. So I'll show you another set, and this is the pattern you're going to follow. Remember, it's a set of single crochet, double crochet. So go into that chain, single crochet, yarn over, and then pull across. Double crochet, yarn over before you go into that chain, pull up a loop, 3 loops, yarn over, pull across the first 2, and then yarn over to complete it and pull across all 2 again. So that's it. So that's the pattern you're going to follow till you get to the end, and that will be row 1. So when you complete that, I'll meet you there. Keep on working with that pattern. Okay, now so I have my last double crochet to do, because that's the pattern we have. So yarn over, go into the chain, pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull across the first 2 to complete it, yarn over again and pull across those 2. That's it. So that's the completion of row 1. I take a stitch marker and I just eyeball it, and I just put it like in the middle, the center, because this is our consider front of our work. So That stitch marker will help us to know that's the front of our work, because now we're going to turn our work. So to turn our work, and we're going to work on the back of our work project. So chain 1 before you turn, and then that right there, that first stitch, we're going to put a single crochet. Single crochet again is go into that stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull across. That's it. So that's the pattern. And remember, the pattern is you're going to start your row with a single crochet. You're going to finish your row with a double crochet. So keep a track of that and jot down where you are, because this is the pattern I'm going to show you again. But we're going to meet all the way up to row 68. So take your time, get used to the pattern. So the next one again is the double crochet. So the double crochet again is yarn over before you go into that stitch, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull across the first 2. To complete it, yarn over, pull across those 2. That's it. So the next one, single crochet, and the next will be right here. That will be the double. Okay, there you go. So keep on working with that pattern, and remember we just started row 2. So jot down where you're at, and I meet you there at the completion of row 68. So now we made it up all the way to row 68, and this is how our pattern looks. I think it came out really nice, the lemon peel stitch, that design that we've been doing for our blanket Ruana. Now we're going to be working on the right side panel of our project. So we're going to turn it, and you do your chain 1 before you turn. And now we're going to be starting the pattern to shape the neck of our Ruana. And I chained my 1 already, and now we're going to just do the same pattern we've been doing, the single crochet and then your double crochet in the next stitch, and then again the single crochet and the double crochet, and that's it. And you're going to do that an additional 18 more times, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so keep on working with that pattern, and I'll meet you there. So 18 more times. So that's it. We did the addition of our 18 pattern, and that's a completion of row 1, and then we have 40 stitches. And what we're going to do now is we're going to put a stitch marker right here. Grab my stitch marker. So now we place it right here. It would have been the next stitch that we'd have worked with, but we're going to stop here because we're going to shape out our neck. We're going to leave a couple of these stitches on work, and then we're going to start the other panel, but I'll show that to you later. So put your stitch marker so you know the next stitch, and then we're going to start row 2 now for our front panel. So remember, you're going to have 40 stitches. The same pattern again is just to chain 1, and we're going to turn our work. Then for row 2, it's the same pattern again. It's the first stitch is always a single crochet, and the next stitch is the double crochet, and you're going to follow that same pattern again till the end of the row, and that will give you 40 stitches. So keep on working with that same pattern of putting the single crochet, the double crochet, the single crochet and double crochet. And remember, at each row and you chain 1 and you turn your work, and that starts the new row. And we're going to work with that till we get the same length to match up with our back. And I'll meet you at row 65. So we made it up to row 65 for our front panel, and our front panel matches up with our back panel, same size, length. To complete it, we're just gonna chain 1, pull up a nice size loop of yarn, and I'm gonna grab my scissors and cut it off and show you what to do next. So we're gonna join our new yarn to start the left front panel of our work. So now how we're going to do that is having the right side of our work facing us. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying here, because this is, remember where we put our stitch marker to remember is the front. So it's the back, but it's the front of our work, and that's where we're going to attach our new yarn from where we put our stitch marker, and other stitches that we had left remaining on work. So the first one would be where we put our stitch marker. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And we're going to attach it right here. By attaching it, just put your hook into that stitch, and then you're going to just yarn over your hook and pull up a loop. So it's a slip stitch. You're going to join it. Make sure it has a nice little tail, because we're going to tuck it in later. And then chain 1 to hold it in place, okay? And that's it. And in that same stitch, we're going to put a single crochet. So a single crochet is just go into that stitch, pull up a loop, 2 loops on your hook, and to complete, pull across. That's it. So now the next stitch will be the double crochet. So it's the same pattern we're doing, and we're going to do this all the way till we get to the end of our row. And this is to start our front left panel. And you're going to do this till you get all the way up to row 65. And remember, when you're working with it and you get to the end of your row, you're going to have the 40 stitches again, the same that we had for the right side front panel. So always have your 40 stitches. So jot down where you're at so you don't lose your spot, okay? So we made it up to row 65. To complete it, we're just going to chain 1. And we're going to pull up a nice tail, because we're going to tuck it in later. Get my scissors and just cut it off and pull it, and that's it. And then I'm going to show you what to do next. We're going to be working on the edging of our Ruana, and to do that, we're going to start off by, this is the back left of our Ruana, because I have my stitch marker here, so we know this is the front. So it's the front back of our Ruana. So just take a nice little tail, give it a nice tail. We need to tuck it in later. And that first stitch right here, we're going to slip stitch. And the slip stitch again is just yarn over and pull up. Of course, we're going to tuck the ends in later. I'll show you how to do that later. And then just chain 1. And that's it, to hold it in place. Remember when we started our Ruana, whenever we were doing the back, we had 94 stitches. So now what we're going to do, we're going to put 92 single crochet into the back, because we're not going to count this one that we're doing right here as a single crochet yet. We're going to skip that one that we put the slip stitch in. See right there? So we're going to go into the one right next to it, right there. And that's where we're going to start our single crochet. So you're going to do this for 92 times. Just do 1 single crochet till you get to the other end. And I'll show you what to do at this end, okay? And also get your stitch markers ready. Okay, so we did those 92 single crochet on the back front of our Ruana. So now we have that stitch right here, the last stitch, and that's going to be like our corner, because we're going to continue working up the edge that we did here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put 3 single crochet right into that stitch. So first single crochet, and then here goes our stitch marker part. The second single crochet, we put a stitch marker right in there. So that would be the corner of our Ruana. So for each corner, we're going to put 3 single crochet, but not for the neck area, just for the edges around. I'll show you when we get there. And 1 more to complete it. And that's it. That's for your edging. So we place 3 single crochet right into that stitch. Okay, now, so we're going to be working up the edge of the right, all the way till we get to the right side, front, up here. And we're going to put 1 single crochet into each stitch, and we're going to put 132 single crochet. Okay, I'm going to try my best to show you where the single crochet will go. The first one will go right here. So it's just one single crochet. And remember, when we chain and turn our work, we had the double crochet. So we go right in here. And then we go over here. And then the double crochet, remember, gives you that like double loops here. So just keep on working with that and with the single crochet, and I meet you at the corner and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so we did that. We put 132 single crochet along our edge. So now we're going to put 3 single crochet into right here, because this will be our edge to start going to the front. Okay, so this will be 1 and 2. Remember, put your stitch marker in, because this will help us. That's the center. And then this will be the last one. That's 3. So now we're going to put 1 single crochet on the front right side of our Ruana. Okay, so it's just 1 single crochet. You're going to place 38 single crochet till you get to the edge. 1 single crochet. So we completed putting our 38 single crochet up the front of our work. So now we're going to place 3 single crochet into the corner before we go up the side. So that's 1 and 2, and remember, put your stitch marker in. 1 more, and that's it for the corner. Now we're going to place 64 single crochet till we get up to the neck edge, and I'll show you what to do next. So just 1 single crochet. Now we made it to our neck in the back edge where we had our stitch marker. So we're just going to put 1 single crochet right in there, because of course we did our 64 single crochet on our side. Okay, so 1 single crochet, and of course I'm going to put my stitch marker back in so I know. And then for the following 14, because remember we had left those 14 stitch on work, so you're just going to put 1 single crochet there, and I meet you when you finish putting those 14 single crochet. All right. Okay, I finished placing those 14 stitches, and now I turn my work, and we're going to be working down the front left panel, and we're going to put 64 stitches. I'll meet you there. Okay, so we placed 64 single crochet on our edge. So now in the front of our left panel, we're going to place right in here 3 single crochet, because that will be our corner. Okay, right there. So 1 and 2, and remember, put our stitch marker in so we know that's the center, and 1 more into that same stitch. And there you go. So now you're going to place 1 single crochet till you get to the other end right here, and I'll show you what to do next. So keep on working with that pattern, and I'll meet you there. So it's going to be 38 single crochet till you get to the end. Okay, so we made it up to doing our 38 single crochet. So now right at the corner, as usual, just put 3 single crochet, but remember, you put the stitch marker in the second single crochet, and 1 more, because this is our corner, so we put 3 single crochet. That's it. Okay, now so we're going to work up the other edge till we get back to where we started, where we joined the yarn to do our single crochet around the edges of our Ruana. So you're going to do 132 till you get back here, and I'll show you what to do next. So it's just 1 single crochet. Completed doing 132 single crochet on our edge. So now we have 1 stitch right to the corner. So we're going to do the same thing we've been doing, just putting 3 single crochet. And of course we put our stitch marker in the second one, so we know. One more in that same stitch, and that's it for the corner. So now we're going to start working back down, or back front, because it's where we started to do our edging. So you're just going to put 1 single crochet into each stitch around. Okay, that's it. Simple, easy. Just 1 single crochet all the way around till you get back to your stitch marker. Well, after your stitch marker, because the stitch marker is the center here. I'll meet you there, but you're going to do this for 2 times. So you're going to do this because that's completion of round 1. So you're going to do that for round 2 and 3. So keep a track of where you're at, and I'll meet you there, okay? By the stitch marker, and I'll show you what to do next. And remember, when you come to each corner around to where the stitch marker is, you're going to put 3 single crochet into that stitch where we place the stitch marker. So that's when the stitch marker comes into play. So you can know you're going to put 3 single crochet into that corner to go around. So that's for round 2 and round 3. Center, put 3 single crochet. So okay, we made it to our last corner that we're going to put 3 single crochet into that corner. So take out your stitch marker, and now you're going to put 3 single crochet there. 2. You could put your stitch marker back in, although I'll show you why I say you could put it back in, because we're going to take it out soon. But anyway, so, and that's it. So we completed round 3 with putting our 3 single right there in that 1 stitch. So for row 4 now, what we're going to do is put 1 single crochet in each stitch around. This, in our, where we put our stitch marker, it will be just 1. We're not going to do the 3 anymore, just 1. And it's going to be the reverse single crochet. Also heard it called the crab stitch. What we're going to do to start off, we're going to chain 1. It's a little kind of funny when you first get to do it, because you're used to going the traditional way of the right to left. Now we're going left to right. What I like to do, hopefully you could see, the first stitch is a little hard to see. I like to go like underneath. It's the regular single crochet, but we're doing it the opposite direction. I try to go as slow as I can so you could see. All right, take out that stitch marker and go underneath, pull up a loop. See, 2 loops are on your hook, then yarn over, just pull across. The next one will be right here. So go underneath, pull up. That's how I do it. I go underneath. I say that makes it easier for this reverse single crochet. Then pull up. There you go. And you see the pattern forming, and then you get to feel your tension or your gauge of how you like to do it, the edging. Next one, go in, just grab that loop. So as a practice with it, take your time, you'll get it. It looks and it feels hard for the first time because we're not used to doing it this way. See, it's just a regular single crochet I'm doing. Go under, pull up, next stitch right there, and then pull up, 2 loops on your hook, pull across. The next one will be right here. Okay, so that's it. That's how we look with a reverse single crochet. I think it would make our Ruana edging look really nice. So keep on working with that pattern, and then meet you back where we started, all right? And show you what to do next. And if you want to, just so you could know, you could put the first stitch marker we took out back over here, just so you know where you started. But you should see, because it's going to be a gap up from where you left. So I'll meet you there back, say at the stitch marker, so it'll be your last stitch, because we're going in reverse now, okay? So now we made it back to our stitch marker that we put in to remind us of our first reverse single crochet. So all we're going to do is slip stitch, go into that first reverse, and then just yarn over. We're going to pull across all the yarns of loop that we have on our hook. And that's it. Chain one, and then we're going to pull up a nice little tail. I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm going to show you what to do next. I cut off my yarn, and now I have my yarn needle. I'll show you how to tuck it in. We're going to go into like the center of our last reverse single crochet. Pull it. There you go. So this is now the back of our work, and we're just gonna find different loops, and we're not going to come through the front. The yarn needle will help us with that. And we're just hiding our tail. So I went a couple times up and down and back. So now I'm going to grab my scissors and cut off my little remaining tail, and that's it. We have tucked it in, and that's our edge. Okay, so that's it for our Ruana. We're all finished. Yay, we completed. I think it came out really nice. You did great work. Just practice with that reverse single crochet and you'll get it. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Bye-bye.